Hi, everyone. Welcome back to Grandpa Mark's Hobbies and a how-to on how I make license plates for my models, the little license plates. Um, it's really cool to be able to make your own license plates instead of using the models' decals and stuff like that. And somebody said, hey, make a video on that. People would like to see it. So here we are. Let's go down to the computer. The first thing we want to do is we want to bring up um, Google. And what I'll do here is I'll go in and I will type, um, let's say I already have this one because I looked, a blank Ohio plate, uh, breast cancer license plate. And it comes up with all this. And then I'll go here to image and we'll just click on the first one. I'm going to click on this, right click on this, and I'm going to say open image in new tab, which brings it up here. Well, that's a good size. This is going to work out nice. We're going to right click on this and copy image. Now, I don't think you can do this and go around and sell everything because you can't, because this isn't your picture. You can use this for yourself, give it away to friends and things like that, but you can't sell it. So we have this. I'm going to leave this here just in case I screw up. So I'm just going to minimize the the internet. And we're going to bring up, I'm using Photoshop right now. This will probably change to open source Photoshop, whatever it may be called, because I think in the near future I'm going to be losing the license for it. But for right now, I can still use it. So I'm going to, I know it very well, and that's why I'm going to keep using it. So let's come over here to New File. I'm going to double click on Clipboard, and that brings this up. We're going to right click, or we're going to go up here to Edit, and we're going to come down to Paste. And there's the plate. Now, I can't really use Drive Hope here. That's not going to work out for us. So what we'll do is I'm going to click on the box over here. Now, this box might be a circle, but you can right click on it and make it a box. And we're going to come down and just box this in. Just like this. We'll go up to the top here where it says Edit, and we're going to hit Cut. And now that just left a big hole in our heart. So what we're going to have to do is fix that. I'm going to scroll my wheel forward just a little bit, and I'm going to make another small box about this big. And I'm going to hit Edit, Copy, right back up to Edit, and Paste. Now when I click on the 4 arrows, it gives me this. And if I come over the line, see how that turns to double arrows? Just click on that and drag it across the whole picture from end to end. There we go. Now we can make this small. And you see I got a little bit of the shadow in here. We'll take care of that. That's pretty much on the blue anyhow. So we'll take care of that just by going to, let's use the smudge here, the little finger that pushes down, and I can just do this number and make it disappear. Trust me, all I'm doing is making little circles and clicking on the mouse just to get rid of it. Up and down, side to side. And all I'm doing is blurring all that in. Nobody's going to see that at a 1/2 inch anyhow. So let's come back up to the top. And now the letters for this are going to be, we'll go back over here. We'll X out of this all the way. I'm going to hit the home again. And I'm going to hit license plate. True. Type. Font. And now see, I couldn't type anything straight. So let's come down here to re-download license plate font. license plate TTF. Scroll down here, and that's it right there. Click on download. This is an ad. Hit close. And it'll bring this up. And all it is on desktop. We'll click and see where it says license plate TTF. We'll hit save. And now that's on the desktop. So once again, let's get out of Chrome. I'm going to minimize this, and you can see license plate. How about if I double click that, and there's the license plate. At the very top of it, it says install. I already have this. You click install, it'll put that in there, and then Photoshop will have that font. So let's take this, and right now we're going to come up, and just to make things easy for everybody, come up here and click on layer and merge visible. And what that did is that just took and merged all the different layers, so it's just one picture again. Now we're going to come over to the side here, see where my arrow is. We'll scroll down, and we're going to come to the T, which is the font. I'm going to bring it all the way over to here and click, and that's awful small. So we're going to come up here, and let's see if we can get away with 150. Let's see if we can get away with 300. Yeah, we can do 300. Now, we don't want yellow in a license plate for Ohio here. We want blue. And I know the airplane is blue. So we'll click on the blue and hit OK. And now we can just start typing. So I'm going to capitalize. You see the little AA that's capitalized. And we're going to go 24-hour breast cancer awareness group build. And this will be for 2026, so 26. Now, it's way too small, and it's out of place. So come back over to the double arrows. Click on that. Now you got this box that showed up with all these little boxes all the way around it. Click it anywhere in there, and we're going to just drag it down to about the center. And now this box on the side right here, over all the way over on the right-hand side, we'll click on it and drag this over to, well, right about there. And it's still too short and not tall enough. So we'll drag it up. And it's all eyeball here. Because trust me, at a 1/2 inch, nobody's going to come in there with a micrometer and measure you out. And if they do, shame on them. So pretty much, there's a license plate. I'm going to come up here, do the double arrows again, or the quad arrows, and we'll just click anywhere. That gets rid of that box. If that looks good to you, which it looks really good to me, we could come up here and go File, and I'm going to hit Save a Copy. Not Save As or Save, but Save a Copy, because I'm just saving this as a PDF file, or as a file. We'll go to, let's go up just into the group builds here where I know I don't have anything. We don't want Photoshop. We want to make this a JPEG. So we'll scroll up to JPEG, the top JPEG, not JPEG 2000 or all that. This is the one I always use. And there's Lenny and I. Now we'll just click here, and we're going to go 24-hour group build for 2026, because I plan on doing a bunch more of these. Hit enter. Now it comes up with this block, and it says quality, go 12, bar all the way over. Progressive, and 5. That'll give you the clearest rendition of this as you can get. Now we're done with Photoshop. And there is an open source Photoshop out there. It's free. You don't have to pay a dime for it. You can find it, go to ChatGPT, and it'll tell you exactly what it is and where to find it. And I'll be doing that here really soon because, like I said, I'm not going to have this in 10 months. So it's going to ask you, do you want to save? If you want to save the blank, go ahead and hit yes here. There, we'll do it. Yes, it takes us back. This says untitled, so how about if we go breast cancer blank plate? Even though it has the numbers on it, it's still a blank plate because we're saving the layers. And just hit enter. So now that closed. The next thing we want to do is we want to bring up a new software that I just learned here. It's called Scribus. And basically what this is the same as, and I'll bring it up and show you. It's the same but different as Microsoft Publisher. Here it is, down at the bottom. It's pretty much the same thing as this. If you get into, let's say we're going to do an 8.5 by 11. Now it's looking for my printer. La la la. I'm going to hit cancel because we're not going to use this software anyhow. Here's Microsoft Publisher. Okay. It's a little bit smoother than this is, but all in all in the day, I don't care about smooth. I just care about if I can have this ruler across the top, because that's what I use to lay this all out. And Microsoft Publisher was the easiest for me. Microsoft Publisher is no longer going to be supported, so I figured I'll find something that is. So I found this. Okay, we're going to come up here to the top and look across these icons. There's one image. Click on that. We're going to come down here, and it's going to make this box. And this screwed me up for a little bit. Don't worry about the box. What we want to do is click on the box, double click it, and it'll bring this up. Now, this is still, I'm having a hard time with. This is the 24-hour group build. We're going to go up one. And here's our 24-hour group build JPEG that we just did right here. And you can see it over on the little side. That's what we want. So we'll just come down here and hit OK. Now look, it's huge. So I don't care. I'm going to make the box license plate size. This really messed me up, I'm telling you. But once you figure this out, it's easy. Make the box license plate size, even though that dang picture is a mile out. Now we'll come into that box and I'm going to right click it. And inside here is adjust image to frame. There it is. And I'm telling you, that took me a while. Now we have this. I'm going to try something here right now. We're going to go adjust frame to image. Now that brought that frame in tight, so I was a little bit far on the right. And it really doesn't matter, but it is going to make things easier here when you'll see. So now we have, across the top, we have our ruler. And our ruler, here's the 1 inch, 2 inch, because I have a 1/2 inch border all the way around here. So what I want to do is I want to scroll up with the picture until it comes right up to the ruler. I don't care about it being over the ruler because we're going to be dragging this thing around now. First thing, bring your mouse over top of it, click on it with your, left click, and move it over till the picture is on the 1 inch. Very close right there. Close is good. I mean, seriously, you'll see why here in a second. Now we need a 1/2 inch. So here's quarter, right? One. Let's make this bigger. And how I'm doing this is click the control button and then scroll with your mouse. And then take your finger off the control button and you can scroll up and down with your mouse. The other neat thing is if you push the shift button and you push the mouse or the scroll button on your mouse, it'll move the whole page or the whole picture sideways if you want it to be dead center while you're looking at it. All right, so now it's big enough to where I can see the numbers with my blind eyes. And we're at 1 inch. I'm going to make it even bigger. What the heck? Why struggle? 1 inch is right here. Well, let's drag it over a little bit more. There's on the 1 inch side. And now, where are we at? The 1.5 right here. So we want a 1/2 inch. So let's make this to where I can get to that corner here. We're going to click on the corner and we're going to bring it in and see how I can go up and down here. If I hit the control, see how it moves evenly as I move the mouse up. So now let's move this over to the 1.5 inch, which is right there. Now we are at 1/2 inch on this. Let's make this smaller. I'll bring it out and we'll see the whole picture here. So there's that plate right there. A lot of cars have front and back license plates. So let's scroll this and make it bigger again. I'm just scrolling it to make it easier for us to all see. We're going to take the mouse and go outside away from the picture, and we're going to just make a box around it. Make it blue. We're going to come back, right click in that box, and we're going to come down here, and we're all the way down at the bottom. Why it's down here is beyond me, but we're going to hit copy. And you could do Control C, but I can never remember the control numbers for all the stuff I do. Now we're going to come over here, and we're going to click, and I'm going to right click, and if you look, it says paste here. There it is. So we have two of them now. Now I can drag this one around. Give yourself enough room. Let's pull this first off. Now we know that this is 1/2 inch. Let's pull both of these out away from the margin a little bit. That blue line is the margin. So, because remember, this is a 1/2 inch. So we'll just drag these down. We'll come over a little bit close to the margin here. And then we're going to make this one where it's on the same plane, roughly, and down away from the top margin here, because it won't print anything from here to here, and we don't want to have anything lost. So now we have one that's a base at a 1/2 inch. We'll take that, and we're going to highlight both of them. We're going to come over here, and we're going to click on copy again. We're going to come down here, and we're going to click paste here. And now we should be able to move both of these. No, it's not going to do it. See, on Publisher, you could click both of those, or click it, and both of them would move. But I want to try to make them both smaller at the same time. So we are on the little square. Make it bigger. Make it bigger, Mark. Let's see it. How about if we're in the center here, too? Move that over to the center. Now, see, you got your big square here, right here. I'm going to take that. I'm going to click on it. And I'm going to make this just a smidge smaller. Just like that. And what we're doing is, if the license plate's a little bit smaller, that's fine. We're just compensating for sizes. Move both of them the same. Now we're going to do a paste here again. Paste here. We'll highlight both of them. I'm going to move these over. And I usually do maybe 3 or 4 of these. Let's highlight them again since I clicked. And now I want to make this just a little bit bigger. And I'll do that in increments like this. I made it bigger. I'm going to click it. I'm going to copy it. And then we'll scroll down. We'll put another one right here. And we're going to hit paste here. Highlight both of them so they're both the same. Come up and let's make this one just a smidge bigger. So now I got all these sizes that we can print out. And I'm not worried about them being, this is really bugging me that they're not neat, but I'm not used to this software enough yet to know what I got and where we are. But what I do know is I have paper in the printer here. So we're going to come up to File, and we're going to come down here to Print. And this is in Publisher too, the same thing. All you got to do is look for it in a little bit different places. Print. This weird stuff comes up. Ignore errors, because its pictures are big and pictures are small, and I just found that it's just a little different. So we're waiting to connect to the printer. The printer comes up. I have just regular plain paper in the printer right now. So I'm going to hit Options, which brings up the printer options. Your printer will have different options. But what I'm trying to do here is just save ink. So my output quality, I'm going to do draft, because on a photograph or on a picture like this, on a regular paper, draft seems like it doesn't run as bad. So we'll hit OK, and now we'll come down here and hit print. Send it over the printer, and here it comes. Okay, it printed. Let me bring you up to the webcam here, and I'm going to show you what I did. Is I printed 4 of them, and right off the rip, I can see my scale is off. So what I need to do is come back down here to Computer, and we're going to keep this small one, but we're going to hide. I'm on the wrong screen. We're going to take this, and we're going to come over here and highlight these 4, and we're going to go cut, because they were too big. We're going to hit highlight these. We're going to hit cut. And this takes a couple of times, but I mean, I think it's worth the effort to have personal plates. So now what I did is I just got rid of the ones that I know are way too dang big. And we're going to use this one again. We're going to make them blue, copy, come down here, paste them again. Paste here. And we'll highlight them because I like to move them evenly. We'll just put it underneath these like that. And I'm going to get in close here, just like this. And the reason why I like to highlight them and link them together like this is because when I shrink them, they both shrink the same. So now we'll come to this little box again. We're going to click on it. I'm going to push Control, and we're going to make it that much smaller. And then I'm going to do this one more time. I'm going to highlight it, copy it. We'll scroll down here, click anywhere, hit paste here, link them together, move them over, we'll line them up, and I know I'm close now. So we'll do one more here, a little bit smaller, like that. And like I said, I might do 6, 7, or 8 of them. I didn't expect them to be that off scale, to be honest with you, with this new software. But it's all what you got to play with, to make them the right size for you. So now we'll come up to File, and we'll print that out. And this is why I use plain Jane cheapo paper to do this. My option should have stayed. It's the draft. I always check. And then we'll just hit print. It's over to the printer. All right. We are getting very close here. Let me grab my I got the A-Team van here, which will get us into the ballpark. So let me bring the webcam up. I can't use my phone today because it's absolutely completely dead. But I can show you on the webcam just as easy. This is what we printed. right here. And this is the license plate. So that is a little tiny bit big still for that. But I'm going to keep these three, okay, because I know I'm larger. I don't want to be teeny tiny, but I don't want to, you know what I mean? I don't want to miss the mark either. So we'll come back down to the computer one more time, and I can go ahead. We haven't changed anything. I'm going to keep all these. So let's scroll out here. I'm working with two different screens here, so sometimes it just gets lost. So we're going to highlight this again, and we're going to copy it. And we're going to go paste again, paste here, highlight it again, move it over. And you see, I'm just going to be very delicate. Fingers on the control button, fingers on the left side of the mouse, and we're going to go that much smaller. And I'm going to do that 2 more times. Highlight it, copy it. Down here, well, let's go over here. What the heck? We'll paste here. We'll highlight it. This is actually, I tell you what, if you're going to do software for doing these plates, this is honestly easier than Publisher. All right, it's just the scale's off, so we had to compensate. Pushing the control button, pushing the left key on the mic or on the mouse, and we're going to make it 1 more size smaller. We're going to just highlight this again. I'm going to come over here, and we'll start all over. Copy. We'll go up higher. Paste here. There. Now we got room. Now we can just highlight it like that. Move it over. We know this is the same size as this, and this is smaller than this, and this is smaller than this, and smaller than that. So we'll come back, and we're going to make this 1 more smaller. So I'm going to hit Control, left click on the mouse, and we're going to go 1 more notch in. Just like that. Now, we're good. So let's go back up here, and I'm going to go File, and I'm going to go Save As. And see, this is his first document. We're going to call this Video 1. 1. And then we're going to hit OK. Now I saved it. Now this is in the world forever. So if the power goes out, I won't lose it, even though I'm on a laptop. File. Now we're going to come down here to print. Ignore errors. The errors are a scaling size, because we remember that thing was so much bigger and we're making it so much smaller. So it's going to say, hey, dummy. So we're going to head print. This is, again, 1 more test print to get us close, which I think we have. Let me rephrase that while I bring you back over here to the webcam. I know we have. That is just right. We're going way smaller than we need to be on these all the way over. See how much smaller than the brackets it is? That's cool. On this is actually a smaller size license plate. So we're going from the smaller size license plate up to, everything's backwards here, up to this size. So if, you know, everything's a little different scale, we don't want to fight it. So let's come back onto the computer. I'm going to pause you for just a second, and I'm going to put glossy paper in there, and I'll be right back. Okay, we have glossy paper in the printer, and I'm using a Canon printer today that, if anybody needs to know, I love this printer. I really do. It's called a Mega Tank. It's a Canon G3270. I got it on Amazon last winter, and I absolutely love it. So now let's take the mouse and find out where we are here. Here's the mouse. Go up to File, and we're going to go Print. And usually I will fill up a page with a whole bunch of different license plates. I'm just doing it like this right now to show y'all how I do it. Let's go to options here because we're going with the good expensive paper. And we're going to go to high quality on this. Let it automatically select the paper on this printer. If you're using yours, it might not be able to automatically select what it's got. And you would want to go to, like mine is glossy. Hit OK. Now we're going to go here and hit print. And it'll think about it, and out the printer it comes. All right, and that took a considerably longer amount of time to print, maybe 8 seconds. And look at what we have here. These are really nice. I know that my webcam sucks, but the detail in these are fantastic. I mean, the breast cancer bow is there, First in Flight, everything's there. The little red, white, and blue across the top. These will sell, man. I mean, not sell, but when you put it on your car, they're going to be awesome. They really are. So now let me see. I think I have like 10% left. I'm going to pause you, bring the phone down, and we'll just cut one of these out. All right. Phone has got about 8% battery life, so we're going to have to do this quick. But look at the detail that printer does for this. I'm not trying to sell the dang printer. You use your printer, whatever you want. I use this because it's what I have. We're going to just take this and a razor knife, and we'll cut one of these out where we'll do them in pairs. Always do them in pairs. Let's say I figured out that this is the right size. So I'm going to cut out the whole box big. Give me a lot of room to screw around with. Get that out of the way. Now we're down to just these. So let me see if I can come in closer here. There we go. That looks so good. I don't have my visor on. I am blind without my visor. All right. So the only thing I do now is just graphic art stuff. Come down here, get the knife, really super close to that red line there. I'm trying to save the red line. Come out, down straight, and pop that out of the way. We'll do a big gap here. Get this one out. Spin this around. I always do the sides first for some reason. And there's no reason other than that's what I do. You see, I bent that one because my knife has been used to scrape, rattle, and roll here, but we're still good. We'll come down here. And are we still on the screen? Yeah. And I'm not sure if my head's in the way. If it is, we'll make fun of it somehow. So there's cut. See, this is very dull. Take that, bring it around. Come down on it. And there's my plate. There ain't no way in heck I'm going to be able to pick that thing up off the floor. Now, here's your plate, okay? See the corners? What I do with those is cheat. Is I'll just come down here, knock the edges off. Just like this. And all I'm doing is taking a sharp corner off. This one I cut a little bit tight. There we go. I'm just taking a sharp corner off. And with it being this small, that works perfectly. Now let's grab that plate that I just chucked in here. I'll push that on there. And pretty much there you go. I'm trying to look at it through the screen and move it when I could come down here and just set it on there like that. Now, if you use Mod Podge on there, then that works awesome. And now also, once the Mod Podge is dried, if you have UV resin, you could put a little thing of UV resin on the whole thing. That'll lock it in, and it makes it look just like one of those license plate covers that you see everybody has. But there is the license plate. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy. It takes you about a half an hour once you sit down to do them. But they really aren't hard. That software that I'm talking about, again, it is called Scribus, Scribus, and it's open source. If you go, I use ChatGPT. I said, what's a good open source software that'll take the place of publisher? And this is the first thing that came up, and it is 100% free. Works really, you've just seen it, works really well. I had a little bit of a learning curve. I hope that I was able to help you so you don't have the learning curve. Give me some time and I'll find one for Publisher too, or for Photoshop too. Just because it'd be great to get to where we're all using free software. Photoshop charges by the month. Microsoft charges a ton of money for their stuff. And again, Publisher's going to go away, and I use that because I can scale it down a lot easier than trying to use that in Publisher or into Photoshop or into anything like that. So that's the reasoning why I'm using two different softwares to do one job. Really three if you count Chrome, but I don't count Chrome. But with this, I hope that helps. I hope you learned. Or not learned. I hope that I was able to show you what I've been doing and make things easier for you. And I'd like to see some people do custom plates now. That'd really be cool. If you do a custom plate, send me a text or leave me a comment in the comments, or go over to Grandpa Mark's Hobbies, Lena Schultz's group page on Facebook, and show it to me. I would love to see it. No kidding. How about if we thank Gaahleri for everything they've done to help me out and our community? They have their Gaahleri Days coming up here on the 15th. This says 8/8, but it's not. It's 15/15. So it'll be August 15th to September 15th. The Gaahlerie's World Creator Cup is still rolling on. That's got until, I think, the 9th of next month. So jump over there. Check out what I did. That was the Mustang. You can vote on it. It would really help me out. Or vote on somebody else's that you like better, because like I said, there's a lot of good stuff out there. Our 24-hour group build is almost here, and I'm starting to panic because I'm loving the way my beard's looking right now. Save a coffee cup a week and take that money and donate it to the 24-hour group build. And if we can get $2,000 by midnight, the beard's getting shaved off. The head, the mustache, the eyebrows, only half. If we get 3,000 before the end of the 24-hour build, I'll leave it that way for a week. Let's thank our veterans, our first responders, and our active duty people for putting it on the line every day. I salute each and every one of you, and I thank each and every one of you for everything you've done for us. IPMS is a model group out of Cleveland. IPMS Western Reserve Chapter, is a model group out of Cleveland, and they are celebrating their 50th year as a group. And that's huge, man. It really is. Great group of people, really into the community. They're going to have another show this year up in Kirtland. I will be there. I love this show. It's so much fun. So All the information for the show is also in the description, too, so check it out. I'd love to see you there. If you see my fat behind, I'll have the Grandpa Mark shirt on. Come say hi to me. I'd love that. I'd love to get a picture with the two of us, too. Let's not forget Thursday nights, Automotive Model Car Livecast. Let's say a prayer for these guys because they're building a 48-hour build starting yesterday, and they're still at it. So I'm glad I'm not doing that. But they're every Thursday night, and they're a great group of people. It's fun to watch and just hang out with. The chat on it is just crazy. But with that, again, I hope I helped you out. If not, let me know if there's any questions you have in the comments down below, and I'll try to help you out. If you like what you see, give me a thumbs up. If you don't, give me a thumbs down. If you give me a thumbs down in the comments, at least let me know why. And if you just want to say hey in the comments, say hi, because I will answer every comment that comes through. And with that, I'll let you go. You all have a great day, a better tomorrow, and thanks for stopping by.